Right, hi. In today's video, I'm going to speak about one of the hardest things for me personally, of being an asexual. Obviously, this will vary for different people. It's a very opinion-based topic. Obviously, it's based on subjective opinion. Obviously, none of this is, objective truth at all. It's all my opinion, and I understand that different people, different asexuals, will have different views. Certain things are harder for certain other people. Certain people, don't find that many things hard. They actually really like being asexual. Certain people, like myself, would prefer to be, defined as heterosexual or, something else. So yeah, we all do vary, and I wanted to disclose that at the start of this video before anyone, says that, I'm trying to speak for all asexuals. I'm really not, but I feel like I might speak for some, and I feel like some people may relate. And if you're not asexual and you're watching this video, hopefully it will give you a little bit of insight into our lives as well, or into my life for sure. And this is something that's really important for me and something that affects me hugely. I tried making a video on this last night, right before I went to bed actually, but I got kind of like too emotional, and like, in all seriousness, and I kind of just didn't. I kind of deleted that video, and now I'm starting again today, not long after I've woken up. So hopefully this one will go down better. This year I've been a completely different person to the person I was like a fair few years ago, or in the past in general. I made a video on that not that long ago, so feel free to check that out if you want to. If not, I'll sum it up in brief. I've gained a lot more confidence. I've been out clubbing more. I had a very, very tough summer, probably the toughest summer of my life for many different reasons. Working 7 days a week, a huge family incident occurred, really huge, saddening event occurred, and it's sort of, I want to try and take my mind off that as much as possible because it's very saddening. It affects my life hugely. And I try and avoid it. But yeah, so I've changed this year, and I've got off with a fair few girls, with nightclubs and stuff, nights out, through online. Spoken to different people a lot more, and met up with a lot. I was saying in my last video that how this time last year I just had my first kiss. I kissed one person before, and before that, I never kissed anyone, and I was like 19 last year. Now I'm 20, and now I suddenly kissed 9 people. Yeah, 9. I know in my last video that I made less than a week ago, it was 8. It's still kind of going up, which is a bit weird, and something I'm still not used to. But it's 9 now. Now I've got off with 9 different girls. And I'll explain why it's been a fair few and why it's been so many. I keep trying to look for something like a relationship. I've been, I think people who know me realise that I'm very, like a freaking hopeless romantic. I like look at what happens in the films or the movies, and I kind of want that a lot. And which is, I'm not alone in that. I understand that. And I also understand that it's also a bit, I'm wanting too much. It's quite often in films it's like too perfect, and it's just me wanting something that's definitely out of my reach. I understand that. But I keep getting close to people, and there's been a few times, there's been 3 or 4 times now that I've got close to a girl this year, and I've been on a few dates with them. I've got to know them. They've been very fond of me. I've been very fond of them. I'll tell them originally that I was asexual because obviously things happen quite quickly in this day and age, especially being my age. Things progress very quickly in terms of in a sexual nature. People. With these girls, I could have had sex with them on like the first night I met them, or the second in some instances. Things like that progress quite easily, and if I didn't tell them, obviously it just would have been a bit weird. So I needed to tell them, people had different reactions. Some people, one person left directly after I told them. They just couldn't deal with it. They probably felt a bit embarrassed because they were coming on quite strong and obviously doing stuff like undressing and stuff, and then just going for it before me telling them. And that's my bad. I completely understand why they left. Perhaps I should have said earlier about it, but I always feel so awkward saying it, and I always feel like really scared to say it and really reluctant to, because it's just a very nerve-wracking thing, because people do respond like that. People just leave. People reject you because of it. I'm so used to that now. That's happened. It's in the double figures. The amount of times that's happened. Excuse me. And it's saddening. One person left. One person, just carried on with the date or the time with me, and then afterwards they messaged me on Facebook saying, "Yeah, I can't deal with this. Sex is just a huge part of my life, and I just can't be with somebody who sort of not really disregards it, but just doesn't like it." So that was fair enough. Lost her. Then another person again did the similar message, said how great I was. So they would like to still keep in contact, but sex is just a huge part of what they want out of a relationship. And recently it's happened again for the fourth time. And that's saddening. Like, really recently it's happened again for the fourth time. And it's saddening because I keep getting so close to these people. And it's also saddening because I'm close with like about 3 guys here. And like all 3 of them have got some sort of thing going on, like relationship or something. And I get so jealous. Not obviously of the sexual side. They're all heterosexual, they all like sex. I'm not jealous of their sexual side, obviously, because I am asexual, but I'm jealous of what they do together and the time they spend together. And I wish I still had that, but because I don't like sex, it sort of brings all good times together to an end just because I don't like sex. And especially with the last girl, I tried so freaking hard. I got as close as I've ever been to having sex. I was so freaking close. And when I left, I was so annoyed at myself that I sort of didn't go for it, because I knew this would inevitably lead to her just not wanting to see me again, or not wanting to speak to me as often or anything. And that's exactly what occurred. I was completely right. My read was completely right. We don't speak it that much anymore. It's just gone off, and I know exactly why. And that's the case. She said she really enjoyed everything that happened, and she said she couldn't believe that I was like a virgin, or never had sex, or never had the urge to, because I felt so into it, and I was so good at what I was doing, like the stuff before the sex sort of thing. And that was a massive compliment to me. I was surprised to hear that. I've heard that a fair few times actually, which is really surprising, seeing I'm like this. But the fact that people enjoy it's great. But they're just like what she said is, why tease me? Why keep teasing me with all this stuff, like the making out and the kissing the neck and stuff, and like, let's just say feeling around. Why tease me with all of that if I'm not gonna go the whole way? What's the point? And I'm like, you don't understand. I just don't like it. It scares me. I don't like it. It makes me feel sick. I've never had an urge to. The whole idea of it just makes me cringe. It does. It's always been that case. And people find it so hard to accept that because they've never heard it before, which is completely understandable. I hope people have learned from. I want to keep this video, wrap it up, because I haven't got much space on my iPhone left. But let me know what you think about this in the comments. I wanted to get this out because I find this hard to speak to people in real life about, and I feel like coming here is the best place for it because it's full of asexuals, So let me know if you've experienced anything like this or have had similar experiences. I know a lot of you probably won't like the experiences like this and wouldn't even be in the scenario that I was in, because you just don't want to even go that far as to like making out and stuff, which is fair enough. But I like the close proximity and stuff. I like being close to people. I just do. I think it's really cute and I like being in that situation, and I hate being lonely. And yeah, so let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry it was another kind of sad video, but thanks for watching anyway, and I'll speak to you very soon.